Day 5. Good for you. Day 5. So here we are. Pandeiro mini course. This is just very introductory stuff, but I've realised in making them that each video does take a little bit of time to explain the basics because we're not in person. And if we were stood next to each other, I'd be going, oh, maybe like this or like this. So I can't make those little adjustments in the way that I would usually like. However, I realised that there's, a ton of people out there in the big wide world who would like to get an introduction to playing this instrument who might not live near a teacher or might not be able to come to my classes or groups or whatever. So hopefully these are being useful for you. Lesson 5, today we're going to look at a rhythm called Coco, which is from the northeast of Brazil, my spiritual homeland, and the northeast of Brazil in Pernambuco, right there at the top, where tons and tons of, just so many different styles of music, percussion, dances, instruments, religions, languages, you name it. It's a very rich part of the world. Culturally, I would definitely make sure that on your bucket list is to go to Pernambuco, particularly Recife and Olinda, and also in the interior. There's a ton of amazing places where you can go and experience the real Brazil beyond what maybe you see on the TV kind of thing, which is also, great, but it's very important, I think, when you're learning about Brazilian and Afro-Brazilian music, that you get a sense of the variety and the depth of stuff that's out there to listen to. So accompanying this little series, I'm going to be adding artists and a little playlist that you can go and listen to afterwards as well. Because I think it's great just to share what we like and share what we experience and what we find out there. I know for a fact that having grown up in the percussion world has influenced how I play the drum kit and vice versa, so it's a really interesting exchange between cultures all the time. So we're going to look at Coco for the Pandeiro, and we're going to do this on 2 different drums to give a sense of how that can sound across 2 different types of instruments. So one is a little lower tuned like this one. And one is a higher tuned drum, which is actually a little more characteristic of the sort of sound you might hear on a lot of Coco recordings. I'm going to teach you the basics on this one just because it might be a bit more like the drum you have at home, and then show you on another as well. So we're going to actually learn for Coco an 8 component phrase like this. That's it? Really? That's it? Yeah. So we're going to break it down. Break it down! So here we go. We're going to do, first of all, we're going to start with a tone. Nice and easy. If we've done all the other videos before, which I would recommend, we're going to get that tone first. After the tone, we're going to do finger heel on the edge. Now I did a bit of a weedy one there. Here we go. Right. And then we're going to do a slap. So our first 4 strikes are going to be a thumb tone, finger heel, and then a slap. Now you can see if you watch the video, the previous one about the tipping of the drum, you'll notice that what we need to be looking at here is striking the drum and bringing the drum up to meet the thumb. Finger, naturally, now I'm in the position already, aren't I, to go there. Same here, fantastic. Oh, naturally, okay, I'm going to add this to this and get this. Great. So those first 4 strikes are really important, and they are actually the essence of Coco and the feeling of the groove, all right? So we're going to do this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. First of all, no sense of particular attention to timing, to speed, any of that. Literally just the coordination first of all. Just, can I even do that with my limbs? Okay, here we go. Oh, great, I did it. Yeah, cool. And that. Perfect. That's what we need first of all. When that has been achieved, so maybe pause the video, try that a few times, then we can put it together in a little bit of a neater phrase where it's more in time, like this, at whatever speed is appropriate to you. Now I'm going to play it slowly a little bit and then gradually ramp up the speed. You play at the speed you need. And then maybe make a note of how fast that is and then come back to the video in a year, do it again. I don't know, it might have got faster. Hopefully it would. So here we go. I'm going to go like this first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. A little bit faster. Dum da. Dum da. 1, 2, 3, and again. Yeah. Pause and practice as many times as you need. Okay. The last thing we're going to actually do, so we've ended here, haven't we? We've gone dum ba. Now look what's exposed here is my heel. So naturally the next thing for me to do is to fill in the gap with heel, finger, heel, finger. That's it? Yes it is. So we're going to do heel, finger, heel, finger. So try that as the second half. Easy peasy, yeah? Remembering to try the tip because it's going to do us a good service later. Heel, finger, right? Now we'll put all of that together. So the first half. Okay, that went well. Second half. Same thing again. Okay, second half. Then when we put that together with no gap in the middle. Hey, well done. If you didn't get it the first time, pause the video until you do. Okay, then we'll continue. So, we've got that once in a row. Once in a row. Now we're going to do it twice in a row. So as soon as we get to the end, we're going to go again with the thumb. So see how we finish on the fingers? Naturally, we've got our little thumb free, ready to strike the drum. Okay, so we've got 8 hits there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and so on. So pause the video, try that in your own time as long as you want. Stay slow first of all. If you play slower, it's going to make you a better musician in the future. If you play slow at the start, gradually ramp up the speed as the quality increases and as your confidence grows too. So this time I'm going to play a little faster. And just to introduce a sound that you might hear a lot in recordings, I'm going to play on this drum, which has a higher sound. So we're going to go a teeny bit faster. Dum, ch, ba, ch, 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 ch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, really nice sound. And when it's played faster, kind of doom ka shika doom ka shika doom ta shika doom ta, that sort of grounded thing at the start, and then like a little skip and offbeat type thing. It's all a reference to samba and older African forms of music. It's all kind of very, very related styles and feels. With this rhythm, you would most often hear things like people clapping, stamping their feet, dancing together. It's a very, very social sort of atmosphere when we play this music. Coco. You'd always hear people singing. There'd be someone on a bomba or a zabumba or an alfaya playing bass rhythms, playing like very sort of bassy things that weave in and out of the vocalist lines, and the coro, like the response, the singers behind the backing vocalist, basically. In the playlist that I'm going to suggest underneath, there'll be a ton of songs that you can listen to that really show the diversity of sound in this style, which is beautiful. I would say Coco is one of my favourite things in life. It's one of my favourite cultures and sounds. Some of my favourite artists are kind of Coco masters, and and you know, amazing like Dona, so singers of the tradition. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So when we start to get a bit faster, what we're looking to do is bring our movements a bit smaller. So we've been exaggerating a lot to learn, but when we play fast, I mean, that's going to be A, exhausting, B, risky for your hand because you might hit something through missing the accuracy, and also it's just a waste of energy, and it's not going to bring any feel and flavour to the music that we want to bring. A kind of relaxed, like, oh hey, we're just, you know, getting together and playing, rather than, you know, take a deep breath and dive in. So we want to just bring those movements kind of smaller and more relaxed. So back to the beginning, day one, when we were talking about how to hold ourselves, how to hold the drum, everything dead relaxed. Is it waist height? Can I tip my drink over? And then just smaller movements. So this now becomes way more subtle rather than this, yeah, starts to just become small. So I'm going to show slowly and then build up the speed. So here we go. I'm going to do, first of all, this. About that speed, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm quite subtle with those movements. As I get faster, they're going to get even smaller. Really cool way to start and stop a Coco rhythm is usually heard not from the Pandeiro but from the bass drum player. From the Alfaya, there's a Bumba, the bombo player, and you get this boom, dum, 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 and it would generally introduce all the rest of the instruments. However, if we're playing alone or on a microphone and we've got a bassy sound, we can actually do that function within our playing to bring that flavour in to the Pandeiro, which makes it just a wonderful instrument. So we're going to start with 4 bass tones as our like intro add-on, but then of course our rhythm starts with a bass, doesn't it, as well? So altogether we're going to get 5 in a row. The 4 from the intro, ding, 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 rhythm starts. So that's going to make 5 in a row. And we can use them to end as well. So a nice place for it to end might be a cycle like this. 1, 2, bum, 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 bum. That's how that would start. It's like halfway through the bar if you're counting in bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it would quite often end ending through halfway through the bar as well, so you've got your rhythm going. 1, 2, 3, and sorry. 1, 2. Yeah, so it sort of takes over the 1, 2, 3 and 4 and stop, or 3 and 4 and start. Yeah. You'd always hear singing over the top, so I'm going to give a little impression of how that's going to sound. With one of my favourites. Oh, Jangadeiro, olha o balanço do mar. 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 Eu vou pra Olinda ver o farol que tem lá. Eu vou pra Olinda ver o farol que tem lá. Yeah? Did you notice at the end there I actually put in some other touches as well to fill the gap? So rather than always just starting with loads of space, that could work really well at the beginning with the space. But of course by that point you're in the flow of a rhythm, you might not want to stop, so you might want to go. Putting a touch in between. Yeah? Give that a go, see how you get on. Do tag me in your videos, show me your progress, have a great time. So today was looking at Coco from the northeast of Brazil in Pernambuco. All right, thank you all.